What's poppin'? Today we got triple the heat. I was suggested to feature not just any Hitmontop, but triple Kick Hitmontop. Let's get right into it. So under normal circumstances, right, it's probably better to run close combat for more damage and no chance to miss your move. However, this suggestion takes me back to the days of old when I saw Shadow Hitmontop being sent out in Coliseum and then getting hit with a strong triple kick and Shadow Rush. Fun times. But this move here is very annoying because we all know about 90 accuracy moves, right? One of the biggest lies in competitive Pokemon, way less accuracy than it seems, and it has a chance to not only miss the first turn, but also miss one of the times from the maximum of 3 times it can be used. Very similar to Triple Axle, it's just 10 less power, so it is weaker than close combat, of course, but it has a niche, kind of function in breaking Focus Sash mons and stuff behind substitutes, so I think it'll be a lot of fun, especially with a team as unique as this one I made here. Now, I have Mandibuzz, Rocky Helmet, Defog user for the team, can Whirlwind as well, which I'm running here, and Foul Play stuff. It's basically a Flying Umbreon. Then I have Fezandipiti. So the strategy here is to try to poison as many things as possible with Beat Up, and because our team is quite sturdy, quite bulky, we can try to preserve mons and get the maximum amount of Beat Ups possible, where all healthy Pokemon, can go for it. And yeah, I like this team a lot because we have a good amount of sponges. Emvee Magnezone can trap things like Corviknight and Skarmory and stuff like that to make it easier for Hitmontop. And it can mirror coat things as well, which is pretty cool. Nice Chinese EV spread here. This is Chinese EV Magnezone. And yeah, Garg is here as well for the team. Stealth Rocks. I like Avalanche, is pretty cool. And then Gastrodon with Rocky Helmet and Counter is a pretty fun set for this team. Also a good water immunity as well. And we have a lot of immunities on the team and a lot of Pokemon that can sponge hits. So it's a very bulky team. I wouldn't say it's stall. I would probably say it's more semi-stall, I'd say. More semi-stall than anything. But that's going to be the team. Let's go ahead and hop into our first one. And question of the day for you all. Pretty fitting with the theme of Hitmontop and how it likes to dance. Here's a pretty fun one for you all. If you had to win a fight using dance moves only, what song would you pick as your battle theme? I'd like to know. It could be in-game music or other music from anywhere, What would your battle theme be? I look forward to hearing from you all, or comment to support. I always enjoy interacting with you all. Now, standard team. So let's lead here with probably, I think they're either going to lead Landorus or Ogerpon. So I feel like my best lead is more than likely. Probably, I could do Gastrodon first. And just Ice Beam turn 1 should be the play here. If they stay in, then they take Rocky Helmet. Or Ice Beam. If they switch, then they take Rocky Helmet and then damage on this. So that's good. Oh, he froze it. Well, that's a fortunate turn 1. First time that ever happened while testing this team. First time indeed. So let me foul play here. I'll be able to get damage on something, like this Landorus, for instance, and do a clean 41. So I can just foul play again, let them get rocks up, and then I'll just roost here on a potential U-turn. Not taunt, okay. So in that case, they'll get knocked out here by my helmet. So that's cool. That is very cool indeed. So I'd assume Raging Bolt comes in here. If not, then, I don't know. Yeah, Raging Bolt. Cool, so let's go Fezandipiti here. I like this mon as they actually Thunderbolt. I thought they would not because of my Gastrodon. So I can Roost. I'm actually faster, which is pretty cool. I'll Beat Up to get this thing poisoned. It's pretty high chance. Yeah, there we go. And then I can Roost here. And I'm pretty sure I win this exchange. Getting rid of Raging Bolt here. We can Roost up. Cool. Raging Bolt dead. What I really like about Hitmontop is that all the moves we have are in fact boosted by Technician. And one of the coolest ways of surprising Pokemon like Galarian Slowking is through Tera Ground Bulldoze, Technician boosted Bulldoze. It does a lot of damage. So I won't show that yet though, but I'll Roost here once again. as they future sight. Nice. Let's well, we could probably what can we do here actually? We could probably U-turn, I guess, is the play we can make. And bring in could probably bring in Magnezone here as they Psyshock. Ooh, they got future sight and Psyshock. Did not expect that. So here I could actually go Mandibuzz, perhaps? I don't think I died to anything. I want to see if I can get like an emergency defog off. If possible. Flamethrower, yep, I live, cool. Very cool, and I could actually just Roost. Don't mind if I get poisoned or anything. Roost again. Critical hit, okay, that's fine. I'll get the defog going. So no rocks, right? That means I can, I could probably even go Garg here. Set up my rocks. So this is an AV set probably. It's like a 4 attacks type of thing. Here I can go Gastrodon. I also have a Tera Ghost option as well, just in case I need it. Get to recover here and bring in my... I want to say... You could probably bring in Fezandipiti. They're not going to go for the water move even if they thaw, which they don't, unfortunately. Let's U-turn out here. And then go Slowking, right? So versus you, let's go Hitmontop. Have some fun with you. Let's go ahead and Tera Ground Bulldoze. See how much this does. 71 is not bad. 71 is not bad at all. Nice. I get Bulldoze again. They go Great Tusk here, which does 28. And now I could triple Axle, which will knock this out, I'm sure. Let's see, 1. Yep, like I said. And a miss. One of the biggest lies in competitive Pokemon is that move right there. Cool. So that was fun to waste my Tera. Now I'm pretty sure I'm super weak against the King Gambit. Let's go into... Probably go into Garg here and Salt Cure, which will die on the next turn. Set up my rocks. But it makes up for the fact that I froze that thing, so it's fine. So now I go Mandibuzz. And I have my helmet, so they will die to this. Should they decide to go for any move that allows me to live. Wow. Amazing. So I'll Roost here. I am faster than this Pokemon, which is quite nice, and they forfeit. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful game there. And getting to see why 90% accurate moves are one of the worst in competitive Pokemon. Just to show you all that. But that was a very lucky game that I got to freeze it, but luck always balances out by not letting me showcase what I wanted to show. Okay, we have here an Araquanid Sticky Web team. Sticky Webs aren't the most annoying for this team in particular. I have a much slower team, so it's not really the worst. I'll lead Mandibuzz here in Foul Play because they got no Gholdengo. I think this is a special set. That Foul Play did not much at all. I'll go Gastrodon here. Yep, get a boost on the Surf. I can Earth Power here now. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And then I recover here on their Endeavor, which I know they have. Yep. Go ahead and do it again. Cool. So I remain healthy, and I got a huge boost. So that's pretty good. They go Enamorous here, which leads me to believe they might just Tera with this thing. I'm gonna go Fezandipiti. Tera Fairy, yep. Tera Fairy Moonblast does a lot. It's probably Specs. I'll U-turn here. Then bring in my Mandibuzz. Get the Defog going. Steel Beam, yep. So no more webs, which is cool. I'll Roost again now. So that works. This Mon comes back. Kind of need Fezandipiti for the Iron Valiant. Question is, do I need to Tera anybody right now? Hard to say. I might not need my Gastrodon really. I'll go into that. Moonblast, and then I go into Fezandipiti here. So I can Roost pretty safely, or relatively safely. So now Iron Moth is in, we have a Garg. Then I can Salt Cure here. They do have Energy Ball and it just destroys me. Alright. Let's think what we gotta do. So they've already Terra'd, right? Which means what I could do here is actually go Magnezone and Miracoat, Tera Miracoat here. I'll be able to survive, destroy this Mon. So now 3 Mons left. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So we'll have to make some interesting plays. Yeah, so we got rid of the Iron Moth, which is great. Which is absolutely wonderful. Iron Valiant's in. Yeah, we Flash Cannon here. You probably can't knock me out with anything, right? Yeah. Goodbye. Nice. Iron Valiant's dead. So now 2 Mons left. King Gambit's in. I'm just gonna body press here as they, okay, Swords Dance, nice. Very nice. We can knock ourselves out. Go into Hitmontop here. And then go right for the Mach Punch, get rid of you. Last Pokemon is the Enamorous. We can probably just Mach Punch to be safe, I guess. So they Moonblast, yep. We now go Fezandipiti. We can play rough here. We should be a 2-hit KO, I think. Yep, it's a 2-hit KO and it's poisoned. Ooh, skip to the end. Good game. They forfeit. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. So we have a lot of options, right? Against special attackers, we have Miracoat. Against physical attackers, we have Counter on Gastrodon, and we have a lot of walls as well. Good for catching things by surprise. And you know, just to show you all the team again, it's a nice little color scheme. Look at this. It's very rustic themed color team. So the aesthetic is nice, and as one of my sayings always is, if a team looks good, it'll play good. You know what I mean? So on to the next one. Ooh. They've got some threats. This time, hard for me to defog. Very tough for me to defog, but you know, I think we'll be okay. Gholdengo lead, so I'm gonna go Magnezone here. I believe is the play. They trick. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I think that's actually not too bad. I'll discharge here now. So now they're AV, which I guess they're bulkier, but I get to pair it, so that's wonderful. And I'll just discharge again. Do I need to save this thing? I might actually for Clef, so I'm going to switch here. And I'm going to switch into Mandibuzz, so I can foul play. I guess keeping the Magnezone is kind of useful still. I'll keep it around. Yeah, they go Clef here. That is a lot for a foul play. That's kind of a lot. Maybe I'll go Fezandipiti first, and then U-turn out here. They might expect the poison move, so a U-turn seems like it makes sense. And I'll go Magnezone here. Thunder Wave, cool. Let's Flash Cannon. Seems like what we can do. Unless they stay in, which would be a cool play on their part. They go Latios. Okay, cool. So we hit this for some decent damage. Yeah, 43 is not bad. And then who do we go into is the question. I could see Garg. It is kind of bulky and a decent mid ground, so as we don't go into like Mandibuzz or something on a Draco. Draco does 80. I'll go Fezandipiti now as a pivot. All right. And then, does beat up knock this out? I feel like it might. I feel like it might, but then I might just stay in and take a hit. Let's see how much this does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we knock it out. So perfectly executed right there. Now Araquanid's in. So that means I could probably just beat up again. And then you turn out here into Mandibuzz so that I can, that is a critical hit. I'll get the Defog here, I think. This might be Custap, right? Custap Berry, maybe? Possible Custap, yeah, nice. So we'll actually get the Defog here, I'm pretty sure. As we do, nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. So now Cinderace is in. We, can we not just go into Gastrodon here? And just preserve our Mandibuzz? Critical hit, nice, thanks very much. Lottie's back. I'll go Mandibuzz here. They're clicking either one or the other, Draco or the other thing. Luster Purge, nice, we get the Roost. We got the Roost. And then I get to go Fezandipiti here. And then you turn out into Magnezone. As the Thunder Wave, nice. And they're getting hurt by poison, which means that this is unaware. They stay in this time, but that's fine. Perfectly fine. We'll just discharge again. Yeah, that's great. So now that's out of the way. Who will come in next? Cinderace. I don't need to preserve or anything like that. No need to do that. So you know this is a Protean set. It might have high jump kick. I could go into my... I could go Gastrodon here and just recover. They're taking Chip, which is nice. Puts them in range of Mach Punch later on. So now I can go into Garg here. The Luster Purge, I can bring in my Mandibuzz. Probably can go for the foul play here. If Cinderace comes in, it'll take a lot. It will take a lot. Yep, it does, nice. And dead. Zamazenta is in, so we're actually gonna Roost first. Ooh, this is a Choice Band, I think. I think this is Choice Band. I believe this is Choice Band. Yep. Now, we Ice Beam. Oh, Terra Fighting, it's not Choice Band, it's just strong. It's just very strong. Which honestly is not bad at all. Not the worst thing in the world. I go Hitmontop here, right? I then Mach Punch. Ooh. I then go Fezandipiti. I then go Mandibuzz. Cool. So Rocky Helmet Chip. Then Lottie's in, so we pretty much, I think, win the game. Yeah, the Aura Sphere, nice. And then we just go you and Player off to win the game, because that was a Specs Lottie. And we win. Beautiful. Another solid one there. If Hitmontop picked up the knockout, that'd be cool, but you know, it's all right. We're gonna click triple kick at least once. I guarantee it's just not the right matchup yet. But it will put in work. Here it might, actually. I can definitely see it putting in work. Great Tusk lead, I'm gonna counter. Just gonna counter here. Ooh, they've went into that mon. Earthquake. That's pretty offensive actually, and now it's dead, so wonderful. Zamazenta's in, we're gonna go Mandibuzz here. Iron Defense, nice. Let's Whirlwind. doing a lot. So now we go Fezandipiti. Try to darts, not gonna work. Let's beat up. And let's, I think we could just go hard into Garg here, perhaps. Could work. Or let's go Gastrodon, which we don't really need anymore, I guess. Maybe they get scared. Yeah, they get scared. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so now we get to go Garg here on a potential ghost move. Nope, it's gonna be Wisp. That's even better. Let's Salt Cure. All right, now we know their Iron Defense Body Press, whatever. We're gonna go Fezandipiti here. And then let's beat up. Back into Gastrodon we go. As we initially planned. I feel like if we just hit the right moves on Mons with Hitmontop, we'll be able to knock things out. Oh, cool. Earth Power time. Recover time. Nice recover. Future Sight. Okay, Future Sight is going to be interesting to play around. So, But we're at like full HP right now, which is not bad. Not bad at all. I'll go Magnezone here actually. And then they do have Flamethrower. Okay. Good to know. I could just do this again. I'm gonna get into a position now where I have Hitmontop in. They let this thing in. Okay, cool. Fezandipiti, come in. And let's U-turn out here. I think is the play. Bring in Hitmontop. Bring in the top. All right, here we go. Let's think. I could probably just Bulldoze regularly without clicking Tera and knock it out. So that mon's out of the way. Nice. Dragapult's in, probably has Wisp it's gonna go for like it did before. So I'm gonna go U and then Salt Cure. We have an almost dead Mandibuzz, unfortunately, but we can go into it. So that's pretty chipped though. That is pretty chipped. Let's go Gastrodon here. Let us click recover. So that's dead. 3 mons left. Dragapult, okay. Darts, Wisp, U-turn. We're gonna go Ice Beam here. And then Garg. And then probably Salt Cure is the play. Zamazenta gonna get chipped. So then I guess should we just go Fezandipiti? This mon doesn't do anything to me, right? Okay, so they switch. Ah, almost dead. Almost dead. I don't know what your last moves are, but ooh, Tera Fire. And poisoned. And poison. Now Hitmontop's in. I think we knock you out. Goodbye. Now Dragapult's back. Let's I'm actually gonna stay in. Ooh, triple axle though. But I have my protective pad, so I can't get burnt. Now we can ooh, we can actually Tera Ground Bulldoze here. Because we're gonna knock out Dragapult with the Tera. Hitmontop win. A nice and clean Hitmontop win for us here. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was nice to see. You know, Hitmontop actually put in a lot of work in this game, knocking out mons, picking things off, and yeah, Tera Ground Bulldoze, like I said, is really fun. It's a really fun move. For sure. I have some replays to show you all as well, so Stay tuned for that. Here is quite the game we got. I could probably lead with my Garg could work, or let's do Fezandipiti actually and start beating up things and poisoning things. That I think was going to be pretty good for us to do, since their team doesn't really like poison. Yep, there we go. They get sent into a Venusaur now. So here we have no choice but to U-turn as they growth. We're gonna go Magnezone here, and we're gonna Tera Flying Mirror Coat on Weather Ball. Nice. Very nice. We knocked out the biggest threat to our team. I think is the biggest threat because, yeah, Walking Wake is in now, and here we're just going to, I think we're just going to stay in because they're gonna go for either one or the other. And I have either Fezandipiti or Gastrodon, but both are kind of needed, so I think at this point I can just sack safely. And they Flamethrower for like a, I guess, I don't know, a mid-ground, I guess. So now we could go into Gastrodon here. Simply Earth powers the play. I believe is what we can do. They go Hatterene, and then I can go Garg here, I think. Psyshock, cool. Let's Salt Cure. Seems pretty good. Calm Mind. Nice, dead. So now Wake is back. And I think they're gonna go for the dragon move here. Let's think. Mandibuzz is useful to have, but versus Ceruledge, I mean, I have Garg, which should beat it. I'll go Mandibuzz here. Flip turn, nice. Okay, cool. That works. Ting-Lu is in. Gonna try to turn this into a Ting-Loser if possible. I'm gonna go Hitmontop. Triple kick time. We actually get to triple kick here. Because why not? I guess triple axle might even be better, but let's triple kick. 1, 2, 3. Oh, decent damage. Not too bad. I'll triple axle now. As they go Ceruledge. Ooh, not bad. 1, 2. Oh, the text here. The text is here. Just 2. That's annoying. That's a little annoying. Get to go Mandibuzz now. And I guess Foul Play is the play I can make. Ooh, Terra Fairy. Wait a second, you're minus defense though. Wait a second. Wait a second. Alright. Amazing. Hydro Steam, cool. There's no sun up. And now I'm boosted. Now I'm boosted. Forfeit. Yeah, good game. Oh, not bad. This is a strong team. This is a really strong team. Looks unique, plays unique, and Hitmontop is doing stuff, which is exactly what I'd love to see. You know, this actually is a very similar Hitmontop to what I did for Sword and Shield. I did a Hitmontop video. It's one of my favorites from that generation. One of my favorite teams from that gen. Actually, did really well with it on the ladder back then as well. But it was very similar, protective pads. It had Aerial Ace for Buzzwole and some other stuff, and it was really good. Really good Hitmontop set. This one is very reminiscent of that. It's able to do a lot with its move pool, Technician move pool. Really cool. Yeah, let's get another one. Maybe one more and then hop into some replays. Should be good. Should be very good. All right. Oof, this team is all kinds of Annoying. We gotta try to catch the Moltres if possible. That opens up Hitmontop, so Miracle and Magnezone's a way of like opening up things for our team. Gonna lead Fezandipiti, I think is my play. So it's gonna be Dragapult lead here. I'm just going to go Garg, I think, as the U-turn out. Didn't want to get Wisped or Parried or anything like that turn 1, so that I could have it kind of free. No hacks. So Tusk is in. Let's go Mandibuzz, I think. And Defog here is the play. It is the way. So they bring in Garg. We get to switch into something else now. I don't have any Covert Cloaks on my team, but that's okay. Let's go into, let's actually go Hitmontop here. And then double into Magnezone, I think is what we do. Because I want to see if we can catch the Moltres somehow. They protect here, okay. In that case, we can Flash Cannon. So they're always free to protect again to see what I have. They're always free to do that. Yep, they do. I will Flash Cannon again. I could discharge here now. Although Flash Cannoning again wouldn't be a bad play either, since they were going to do that anyways, but let them know what I am. Let them know. Defog here. Now Kyurem is in. So versus Kyurem we have Fezandipiti that we can go into as they sub. Okay. Let's play Rough here. Potentially Tera Darking the Fezandipiti might be good as like a pressure set. That's fun. My play is to Roost. Then U-turn out here. So this is Salt Cure protects, right? Salt Cure protects something. Gonna go Hitmontop here. Then go into Magnezone, I think is the play. As Moltres comes in, nice. Let's Miracoat here. Time to Miracoat. Click Flamethrower and it will die. Ah, no. They scouted. They have scouted for it. Cool. Well, that's fun. And so now we can foul play once, I think. Garg is back. I'll just go into my own so that I can set up rocks, I guess. And then Salt Cure right back. They got rocks on that too. Nice double rocks. That's cool. And then here I can just go Mandibuzz. And then foul play. And then Roost myself, I think is what I can do. So now Dragapult's in. Nice. All right. Garg is back. We can just go our own Garg here, I think, and recover. Is the play. Set up rocks here. Or Salt Cure actually is not bad either, because they might expect rocks anyways. Yeah, now I can set up rocks here. Recover once. Doesn't seem, do they have recover as the last move? Because they haven't gone for it. Yeah, they do. Cool. So it's only Mono Salt Cure is what they have, which is good to know. Good to note. So I can just Avalanche once. Get this thing even weaker. Probably throw off one Salt Cure now. So they're also wasting recovery as well, which is cool. Tusk is in. Nice. Let's go Mandibuzz. See what they do. Rapid Spin. Cool. Almost dead. Almost dead. Let's defog ourselves now. They're going to do like the wish thing. Actually, what if I just go Gastrodon here on their flip turn and just shut it down, you know? What if I do that? Because I haven't brought it out yet. Nice. Nice. They wish here. Gonna wish they never did that. Let's Ice Beam now, I think, is a play we can make. Or Earth Power again is fine. Because I don't think anything that wants to come in is gonna enjoy it. Nice Protect. So we got a nice boost here, which is pretty cool. I'll just Ice Beam this time. Kyurem comes in, wouldn't have mattered anyways. And then, yeah, we just go Fezandipiti here. I could probably beat up once, I guess. Ooh, they have Tera Grounded. They have Tera Grounded. So a little annoying, I guess. A little annoying. So that did 57, whatever. I'll just Tera Dark then, I guess. I think if I just Tera Dark, it should be good. Yep. So now we survive, which is great. Which is wonderful. Does that make me weak to anything? I don't think so. I don't really think so. I just Roost again. And then beat up here. Actually, might even break the sub and get it poisoned. Critical hit, come on. Come on, come on. Okay, cool. Come on, come on, come on. Poison, poison, poison. Poison. Where's the poison? Where's the poison? All right, fine. Have it your way. Have it your way. But now the fact that they've Tera Grounded means they're weak to my Ice Beam. They're now weak to my Ice Beam, so I'll take it, I guess. I guess I will take it. So Salt Cure here is going to be interesting. Let's see if we can hit something. I would have loved to get the Kyurem poison though. We hit it like 4 times after the sub was broken. That's a pretty good chance. And if it got poisoned, it would have been not game over, but very close to being game over. Because I feel like everything else would just lose. Kyurem can't stall me like it always does. This is a longer, intense game going on right here. They have the element of pressure, but I don't feel pressured. Not one bit. Lomomol is back, and it is Salt Cured, so that's good. Let's think what we do here. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I go Gastrodon. So they wish here, and then I think I Ice Beam. So Kyurem comes in. Okay. Fezandipiti time. They also lose to my triple kick, kind of, sort of. I'll go Garg here. You turn out. I need to throw up rocks if I can. If I can, I need to throw up rocks. We gotta start beating up things. Yeah, Pult's back. Actually, what set were you again? I actually don't know what set you were. Don't remember what set you were. I'll go Magnezone to see what it's gonna do. Draco Meteor, it's probably Specs, yeah. A critical hit, thanks. Very much for that. Thank you. I'll Flash Cannon here. It's, I think, my best play right now. Couple ground types, you know. If I can somehow win this game, if I could somehow win this game, that would be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Fezandipiti, come through, buddy. And then here I would just, I think, beat up. I could roost once now, I think. Moltres, all right. And then I could probably just, I could go Gastrodon here, actually. Get some chip on this thing, you know? Kyurem's back. They freeze dry this time. Time to beat up. They're stalling me out of beat ups though, unfortunately. If I poison this once, oh wait, we could poison it. Hold on, we can poison it. We can poison it. Ooh, we got it, we got it. Yes, we got it. Yes, we got it. Nice and poison, Toxic Chain, finally. Finally. All right, that might help. I was running out of roost as well. So now Pult's back. We'd go Mandibuzz here still, I think. Get chip. Kyurem's back. So we would, let me think here. I think we would go Fezandipiti. They can't stall me anymore. So they're nice and poisoned, which is nice. Badly poisoned, in fact. Pulse in. I can stay in and beat up here. I think is the play. Not poisoned here? That's crazy. That's very crazy. It's kind of hacks on myself right there. So Kyurem's back. Can't go hard Fezandipiti here, right? What I could do is go Mandibuzz first. Then I can actually foul play here now. I think I can foul play here. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, Dragapult gone. Dragapult gone. You like that play? Oh, crazy. All right, nice. That is fantastic. So then what do? I could probably go... Gastrodon here. Nice, special attack boost. Special attack boost. They wish, they're gonna wish they never did that. It's Ice Beam here now. Protect, cool. Wish protect. Do what you gotta do, you know? So Moltres in, Ice Beam time. They could Wisp me if they want, but it's like not gonna do much, I guess, right? Yeah, U-turn, okay, cool. Into who though? Alumamola, I guess. Tusk is dead. Goodbye, Tusk. Kyurem's in now. Kyurem's actually still a threat though, but it's just a matter of getting the right mons. Who do I need less? Maybe Hitmontop I need less, so I'm gonna go into that. The Earth Power here. I live on 1. Okay, okay. Not bad. Let's Mach Punch here. They go Moltres. Oh, what if I, who's faster? Let's see. I was faster. Never mind. Never mind. I thought I could be faster, but I guess not. Let's go. I thought it'd be slower so that I could hit it while it roosts, but that's fine. All right. Still fine. Still absolutely fine. Kyurem's in though. What do I do? I sack Hitmontop like I planned to. And then they only have 6 Earth Powers left, which is cool. Kinda cool. Let's roost once. Get ourselves back to a good amount of health. We get to go into Gastrodon here. Apply some pressure now with the U-turns. This is a crazy game. Somehow we're doing it. Somehow we're doing it. Kyurem's in. We go Fezandipiti. And I think Magnezone still actually is pretty good because they've already Terra'd, which is going to be great for us. Let's U-turn out here now is the play. Bring in Garg. Now we recover, heal ourselves up. That doesn't matter too much anyways. We go Fezandipiti here. I have boots, so it's fine. And this thing is getting weaker by the minute. So the Earth Power here. All right. Does 30. I get to beat up. Or, yeah, beat up's fine. Oh, actually, we might poison it. Hold up. We might. Yep, we do. We do. Nice. U-turn out here is the play. Got more chip on you now, which is wonderful. My play is to go Garg. I should live any hits, and I can Avalanche. Yup. And I don't think we can lose now. GG. Good game. Solid game. Very solid game. We won it. We won it in the end. Last one, Kira got poisoned. Yeah. Yes, indeed. And we got thumbnail text as well. Awesome. So, what a really great game to end things off on with this run we had for this video. I mean, that was a tough game, but patience is rewarded at the end, right? I mean, this team you have to be a little bit patient with, especially against opposing teams that have pressure mons and walls and wish. But over time, things get worn down, especially with the toxic chain. The whole strategy behind it was to wear things down over time. And we did that, especially when we knocked out that one clutch turn with knocking out Dragapult. That was pretty good. They didn't expect it to stay in on Kyurem when it could just ice move us. So that was fantastic. And yeah, a bit of a longer game, but I do have a replay or two to show you all. So let's hop into that. Some nice show and tell with Hitmontop putting in work. First, we got this one. Pretty strong team they got here against my squad. Gonna be quite the challenge to defeat. Let's see what happens. Lively lead versus my Fezandipiti. Turn 1, I'm Tera Darking. Tera Dark. And they trick a Choice Scarf as I can go for the beat up. There's my one safety measure to block the Luster Purge without having to make any predictions. But look at this. Beat up and no poison. Crazy. Right? Kind of crazy. And it survived too. So I get to beat up again, hit the Ting-Lu slot, and we do actually poison the Ting-Lu, which is quite nice. Then I go Mandibuzz. They go for the rocks. I think defog rocks. Even though they have a Gholdengo, right? I'm not worried. They go Valiant, and I get the defog off, so that's wonderful. Now I can switch into my Magnezone here. Sponge the Moonblast. Magnezone was kind of a mid-ground. I don't think they were ever going to go for close combat on Mandibuzz. And if they Swords Dance, I just pivot out. Anyways, Rotom's in, I Flash Cannon, then they go Hydreigon, I go Gastrodon, I then double into Fezandipiti, which is a good mon to sponge hits. That does 20. And then I can U-turn out here on the Ting-Lu, I think, right? Yes, I do. Nice. They bring in, I bring in my Hitmontop. Check this out. Check this out. We're gonna go for the triple kick. 1, 2, and a miss for the third. So Didn't go through all the way, and that's why we love 90% accurate moves that become less accurate, like triple axle and triple kick. So I go for triple axle this turn, because I'm like, it's gonna do a lot of damage to Ting-Lu anyways, in case they go into something like, I don't know, something else. They Tera Fairy as I bulldoze and then go for the T-Wave, so now my Hitmontop is paralyzed, but still useful. I have Mach Punch, it could be used later on, maybe, we'll see. I go Magnezone here to scare it out, and Rotom comes back. I just Flash Cannon, go Gastrodon, and then they go for the Wisp. I think every time they I bring in my Gastrodon, it kind of walls Rotom, so they're forced out. And so they're gonna go Hydreigon here on my Ice Beam, nice 41%. Check this out. I'm gonna give them the hope they can knock out my Hitmontop on this turn with 2 Dark Pulses. I survive, and then I show them I got the Mach Punch, whip that out, knock it out in 1 from that range, and that Mon's gone. So Hitmontop was still super useful there. Now they're just gonna Moonblast here. Magnezone's back. I just keep Flash Cannoning just, you know, because I can condition them now. Watch this. They're gonna predict Gastrodon and switch to Ting-Lu, and I just stay in. Flash Cannon again. And predicting, I don't know what I predicted here. I just predicted to stay in, and then I went for Body Press, but Valiant's back. I'm like, this is a special set. I can just Moonblast, but no, they have Close Combat. I was gonna Flash Cannon there, but they have Close Combat on this set. I don't know if it's like choice locked. I think it has to be choice locked or something. I don't know what it is, but it was Moonblast Close Combat, and it was a mix set, so. Yeah, Golden goes in, and I can just go Garg. I don't know if this has a Make It Rain or Dazzling Gleam or not, but it does reveal to have Make It Rain. Because some of them I think run like Hex or Gleam or whatever with Tera Fairy, so yeah, I do get a little damage on it, and then they go Rotom, I go Fezandipiti. I'm like, I need to get more things poisoned. U-turn does not poison it here, I go Gastrodon. But predicting them to switch out here, I believe, do I double? Tell me I double, let's see. I do, back into Fezandipiti. And I'm like, I need Gholdengo poison. Gholdengo does not get poisoned by non-attacking status moves. It does get poisoned in whatever status by attacking moves. So I do beat up and knock out, sorry, get Rotom poisoned, and then Gholdengo, I do not get poisoned. You see beat up here is only doing like 3, even though I have 5 Mons, because I'm status on some of them. I get a poison here though, because any Mon that's status apparently just can't help out. They're like, you know, on the bench in the medical room or whatever, so they can't help. But enough beat ups and we get this poisoned as well, so that's actually going to be super helpful. Now it's just a matter of like going into Mons. This Hex does a lot, 56, does a lot of damage. Mandibuzz, and then it's like basically a switch game I think from here. I think I sack Hitmontop on this turn because I need to bring in another Mon safely, which is my Fezandipiti, which is Choice Scarf. So I believe this Mon, this Iron Valiance, it's something, but it's not Scarfed because they keep switching out of it. So I knock out Ting-Lu, turn it into a Ting-Loser. Very good. Golden goes in, they recover, and then Make It Rain as I Roost. Iron Valiant's back, I double the Fezandipiti, nice. And then they go Gholdengo again. Miss my player up, that's alright. Perfectly fine. Make It Rain here, then what, Roost? I have to sack one Mon now because it's unfair advantage for me, so I go into Garg. And then Fezandipiti, I get to play off here. Knock out Lottie, 3 Mons versus 3 Mons. Golden goes in. I play her off this turn, get a crit. They recover once. So now I think I switch because I don't want to get T-waved, which they could easily go for. They choose not to. So here, let's see what happens. I decide to, tell me I double. Yes, I double the Fezandipiti. Look at that. Golden goes back. Time to play rough. I think some pivotal turns are coming up soon. I play rough here. They decide to recover. Now they're not going to Thunder Wave here. They're going to, I think, Make It Rain. Yep, they Make It Rain here. Keep in mind, right? This does 37. Important. Very important. This is a very strong Make It Rain, right? It only does 37, so I know for a fact that Rotom's attacks will not be able to knock it out from the range it's at. Just that, you know, keep that in mind. Moonblast gonna knock me out. I go back into Fezandipiti. I click Play Rough here. Get some damage on it. I'm like, let's not get burnt or anything right now. I have a Gastrodon still alive. They give me a special attack boost, which is pretty cool. Now I go for the recover here, right? Heal myself up. And then I get to Earth Power. Special attack dropped though. I would have knocked it out, I think. So they dropped my special attack, which is unfortunate. Now it's one mon, Fezandipiti versus the world. Play rough here. Last mon's gonna be the Rotom. And I get to play rough, which misses out on the knockout. Dodge the Hydro Pump, so they would not have been able to knock me out with the Hydro Pump anyways. Because they're defensive. Defensive Rotom. And they got more thumbnail text. That's gonna be GG. Yeah, last one I have to show you all is this one. I think Hitmontop did a couple things in this game right here. Of course, standard looking team. Stuff we've already seen, I'm sure. And then Slowking comes in, so I beat up here turn 1 on the Ogerpon, then beat up again as they chilly reception into Great Tusk. I switch into Mandibuzz so that I can defog, but the Ice Spinner here. So they just let me roost, defog, whatnot. Kingambit's actually, so this mon here is he's gonna Swords Dance in front of me. I just whirlwind it out. I'm like, okay, well Ogerpon's in, so I'm gonna foul play here. They're really adamant about trying to Swords Dance with Kingambit. So I'm like, just, okay, do it. Let's see what happens, do it. So the Swords Dance here, I'm actually faster, of course, I'm naturally faster than it. So I can foul play for 44 now. Then the Iron Head, get Rocky Helmet chip. They're gonna die in the next turn if they go for any attack on me. And then I roost, so they just took a lot of damage on their Kingambit for no reason here. Set up rocks, I can do the same thing, foul play once and defog. Now I think they realize this Rocky Helmet mon's annoying, so they're gonna knock off my item, take chip in the process, and not just that, but take 72 damage worth of chip, 72% worth of chip right here. And then I roost, bring in my Gastrodon, they set up rocks, go into Dragapult here. Do I Ice Beam? I do. 58. Not bad at all. Fezandipiti can come in now as they U-turn out here and go into Great Tusk. So same thing as always. Go Mandibuzz here and defog away the rocks, I think is what I do. Yep. They just had to go for the Sludge Bomb, and I'll just roost a couple times, or just once at least, and then go Magnezone here as they chilly reception out into Great Tusk again. And I'm like, I have a counter. Well, it's one of my counters. Gastrodon I go into just in case of, I don't know, a double. Or I don't know why I go into it this time because of Rocky Helmet chip, I guess, maybe. Because I lost my helmet on Mandibuzz. Either way, it's we avoid 2 KO because we're Fizz Def, and I can Earth Power here. They Future Sight. They lined up Future Sight. I go Gastrodon also because, or I stay in Gastrodon because I know if they go Ogerpon, I have my Mandibuzz if they go for the Grass move, and then I don't take any Future Sight damage because I am Dark type. So they're gonna power up here, I just take nothing, and then what do? They U-turn out, and then I get a roost. I get to roost myself back to a good amount of health. Here, what do? Let's see. I go into Hitmontop here. They chilly reception out. Okay. Dragapult's in, I'm like, definitely not staying in on you. Fezandipiti time. They Will-O-Wisp here, so not really that annoying. Even if Fezandipiti ever gets burnt, it's like still useful for poisons and stuff, I think. So not bad. Oh, okay. Tera Ground, Bulldoze, destroy Slowking, take it by surprise and destroy Galarian Slowking. Ogerpon's in Mach Punch, destroy Ogerpon. Oh, that's why I saved it. Hitmontop knocking out 2 mons back to back. 2 OU mons. So now they're gonna try to Wisp again in an attempt to burn my Hitmontop. I don't let that happen. I'm just gonna U-turn out here. And then I bring in Magnezone here, AV Magnezone. They Wisp this, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Flash Cannon, knock out Dragapult. Everything's gonna fall apart now, so that's great. Raging Bolt's in, so this mon, of course, bit of a threat. I know that they're gonna probably Calm Mind, so I go Garg here. And so versus this, I'm going to Salt Cure once, I think. Yep, Salt Cure. And then they go for the Thunderbolt, doing 96. I Avalanche, destroying it. And then I think they forfeit here, yeah. So that was the last one I wanted to show you all. Just a nice, fun 2 games with Hitmontop to add to this video. I mean, this was a great showcase of Hitmontop overall. Love the fact that Hitmontop can get the damage we needed to. Just chip damage here and there for this kind of team. Although the misses, a bit unfortunate. I was actually tempted to run Wide Lens just to be able to hit moves, but the item that we're running now, the Protective Pads, helps a lot versus Rocky Helmets, Flame Bodies, Statics, all kinds of stuff like that. Like you'll definitely see that if you can just hit your moves, having the no contact for Rocky Helmets and stuff like that is really good. It's really, really good for the triple axle, triple kick, all the moves that can like miss. But yeah, Tera Ground Bulldoze, really great way of catching Galarian Slowking by surprise. And I also noticed that, for example, if you're up against like a more defensive or bulkier Gholdengo, the Tera Ground Bulldoze, you're actually faster. You'll be able to knock those kind of mons out too if they don't Tera. So yeah, fun team overall. A very successful team as well, I would say. One of the more successful teams I've built. Just while testing, I didn't really lose a bunch. In fact, let me just check here. Yeah, like I went 33-3 while testing, which is actually pretty good for just a random trying to put mons together, and it actually all ended up working out way better than I expected early on without much change or very minimal changes to the team. So yeah, feel free to try it out. Of course, team is in the description as always. And yeah, suggest me more things. I always enjoy all the suggestions. I have a lot of stuff that I still need to do from your suggestions, but in time, you know, we have all the time in the world for all the heat in the world, you know? So yeah, I look forward to hearing from you all as always. And yeah, I appreciate all the support. I shall see you all on the next one. Peace.